10 most unusual American laws still enforced. Sounds harmless, right? But what if I told you that in some states, you could get in trouble for whispering in church, mispronouncing a state's name, or even eating fried chicken with a fork? Stick around to uncover the shocking rules hiding in plain sight, and don't forget to subscribe before you break one. Number 10, Alabama, no fake mustaches in church that cause laughter. Have you ever imagined walking into church wearing a huge fake mustache and suddenly everyone bursts into laughter? Well, in Alabama, that was such a problem at some point that lawmakers actually passed a law banning fake mustaches in church if they cause people to laugh. It sounds hilarious now, but it reflects how seriously some people once took maintaining order and decorum in holy places. The law is rarely enforced today, but it stands as a funny reminder of human creativity and the desire to control every little behavior. Someone clearly thought that humor in church could become dangerous, or at least disruptive, and decided it was worth a law. So next time you pull out a Groucho Marx-style disguise, remember, Alabama might have something to say about it. Number 9, Alaska, do not be visibly drunk in a bar. Here is one of the most ironic laws in the United States. In Alaska, it is technically illegal to appear drunk in a bar. Yes, you heard that right. The place where people go to drink is off limits if you actually look like you have been drinking. The law is intended to prevent overintoxication and public disturbances, but it is amusingly contradictory. Imagine a bartender trying to decide whether a customer has had too much and needs to be stopped. While most people today will never see this law enforced, it is still officially on the books, serving as a quirky reminder of Alaska's attention to public safety. It also makes you wonder how many other strange regulations exist in bars across the country. Number 8, Arkansas, mispronouncing Arkansas is illegal. In Arkansas, mispronouncing the state's name is actually against the law. You have to say it with the final S silent, reflecting its French origin. The law was created in the late 1800s to settle disputes and protect the state's cultural heritage. Imagine going on a road trip proudly shouting Arkansas, only to be corrected by a local pointing at the law. It might seem extreme, but the law captures a piece of history and shows how seriously people once took language and identity. Today it mostly brings smiles and laughs, but technically it remains enforceable, so make sure your tongue knows the correct way before you speak. Number 7, Georgia, eating fried chicken with a fork is illegal in Gainesville. If you ever visit Gainesville, Georgia, remember this one simple rule. Fried chicken is for your fingers, not a fork. This unusual law was passed in 1961 as a way to highlight Gainesville's identity as the poultry capital of the world. It is a perfect mix of cultural pride and quirky enforcement. While it is not seriously enforced today, it still captures the imagination. Picture a family enjoying a picnic, and suddenly a local official approaches because someone dared to use a fork. It is hard to imagine such a scenario happening now, but it is one of those laws that makes you laugh and shake your head at the human desire to regulate even the smallest details of everyday life. Number 6, Hawaii, coins cannot be placed in ears. Hawaii has a law that seems almost too strange to be real. You cannot put coins in your ears. This was likely created to prevent health issues or scams, but it is now an amusing quirk of Hawaiian law. Imagine a magician performing a classic trick and suddenly being told that it is illegal. The law probably saves some people from swallowing or hurting themselves while trying to entertain, but today it mostly serves as a humorous reminder of how specific and unusual legislation can be. While no one is running around arresting people for coin tricks, the law is still in effect and continues to spark curiosity and laughter for anyone who reads it. Number 5, Idaho, cannibalism is illegal, except for survival. Here is a law that is both shocking and oddly practical. In Idaho, cannibalism is illegal, but there is an exception for extreme survival situations. Yes, the law acknowledges that if someone is truly stranded and desperate, they might need to break the most basic taboo in order to survive. It is hard to imagine anyone testing this law in modern times, but the fact that it exists is a fascinating glimpse into human thinking and the extreme conditions legislators once considered. It is simultaneously horrifying, hilarious, and thought-provoking. And it reminds us that laws sometimes exist to handle every possible situation, no matter how unlikely. Number 4, Montana, sheep must have a chaperone in truck cabs. Montana is known for its wide open spaces and livestock, and apparently sheep are no exception to state rules. According to one Montana law, if you are transporting a sheep in the cab of your truck, it must have a human chaperone. The reasoning is probably practical. Someone needs to watch the animal, make sure it is safe, and prevent any problems on the road. It is a strange image to think about, a sheep sitting in a truck with a human supervising, but it highlights how specific and detailed laws can get. It is a funny yet sensible way to ensure animals are treated responsibly while on the move. Number 3, Nevada. Sitting or lying on sidewalks in Reno is banned. In Reno, Nevada, it is illegal to sit or lie down on certain public sidewalks. The law aims to keep sidewalks clear for pedestrians, but it also brings up questions about fairness, particularly for homeless people. While enforcement is generally mild and involves warnings first, it still feels like a strange regulation that would catch many people off guard. Imagine walking through the city and being told you cannot rest on a sunny day. It is one of those laws that seems obvious once explained, but also absurd when you first hear it, capturing that perfect mix of practicality and humor. Number 2, New Hampshire. Nighttime seaweed collection is illegal. In New Hampshire, collecting seaweed from beaches after dark is illegal. The law goes back to colonial times and was reaffirmed in the 1970s. It likely originated to protect natural resources and prevent overharvesting, but today it is an almost comically specific rule. Picture someone sneaking along the shore under the moonlight, gathering seaweed for fertilizer or crafts, only to realize they are technically breaking the law. While rarely enforced, it serves as a curious example of how detailed and strange local regulations can be. It also reminds us that some laws exist because someone, long ago, thought of a problem we might never have considered. Number 1, Wyoming. Forgetting to close gates can cost you. Finally, in Wyoming, leaving a gate open on someone's property can result in a fine of up to $750. This law is practical, rooted in the reality of livestock escaping and causing problems for ranchers. Yet it is also a law that feels like it could only exist in the wide open spaces of the American West. The image of someone carelessly opening a gate and then being fined is oddly satisfying and funny at the same time. It reminds everyone to pay attention to their surroundings and respect the property of others. Beyond that, it shows how laws can be simple, practical, and yet oddly entertaining when considered in everyday life.